Complement your healthy lifestyle and add value to your home with the addition of a steam bath or sauna. This episode of Pool Magazine Podcast is proudly sponsored by Steam Sauna Bath, America's leader in experiential bathing for over 50 years and your single source for all your steam shower and sauna needs. Get the best prices on the industry's leading products, locate a qualified installer, or get technical assistance. Go to steamsaunabath.com for more information.
Thanks for joining us on another episode of Pool Magazine Podcast. Today I'm here with Mitchell Martinique. Mitch, you work with Diamond Spas. You've been working with them for a number of years. I'd love for you to talk to us about what you do with them in your day-to-day operations, how you got started with the company, and give us a little bit of overview about where Diamond Spas fits into the pool industry and how you're a leader in that market space for rooftop pools.
Yeah, Joe, I've been at Diamond Spas now for 6 years. Started back in 2016, originally as a design engineer here, did that for 4 years. And then around 2020, due to business growing, more opportunities out there, we needed another sales design manager. So they moved me into that role. So I've been in the sales design manager role for about 2 years as well. You know, Diamond Spas offers complete customized spas, pools, swim spas, kitchen and bath products, and we fabricate out of stainless steel or copper or a mixture out of those metals. So that definitely gives us a niche in the market itself and kind of sets us apart from your typical in-ground gunite, shotcrete, fiberglass spas and pools. A little bit about our facility. We're located in Frederick, Colorado. We opened up this main facility in 1998. And we actually, about a year and a half ago, we've doubled our facility size. Just due to demand, due to the amount of projects coming in, we've actually doubled our square footage there in our facility. We do everything in-house. So we order the blank sheets of steel or copper. We have multiple lasers, optical lasers, water jets at our facility that do all the cutting out of the customized sheets, and everything gets put in a rack, sent over to a specific fabricator or either one or two welders, depending upon the size of the project. And they're in charge of TIG welding the entire vessel together. We do the framing here, whether it's stainless steel, carbon frame, onto our marine grade 316L stainless steel shells. Once that's finished welded together, then we move that into our finishing and plumbing facility. So we do all of our plumbing, equipment setups, equipment skids, and then we put that final finish coat there on the stainless steel or copper. And then we protect everything, wrap it up, and ship it out on flatbed trucks directly from our facility here.
Talk to me about your role, Mitch. Tell me about what it is that you do in your day-to-day.
As sales and design managers, you call in asking for just general information, or if you'd like a formal proposal, I help you through those stages there, kind of get the lay of the land as far as the project goes, all the parameters that are in the project, and then we can kind of write up a formal proposal for that. And then once a project is opened, then I would be the design manager through that entire project with you. So I would coordinate with your contractor, architect, landscape architect on the project there to come up with a good design, form, fit, and function for your project.
So you're working throughout the bid process and the initial design and concept of the project with the client, right?
Correct. Yeah, everything from pre-sales to the end of the design phase in through fabrication. Yep, I would be the design manager on that, coordinating all stakeholders involved, the contractor, architect, landscape architect, kind of getting all stakeholders specific specs for the project, specific needs, and try to come up with a concise design, that meets those parameters.
Well, tell me about the team that you work with, Mitch.
Yeah, even in the pre-sale stage, we work with basically all departments here at Diamond Spas, from fabricators, welders, to the engineers themselves. Being in our custom design nature, we've done a lot, we've seen a lot, but we always get something new thrown at us. So we have to collaborate. Welders, is this possible? Is this a good form fit for a welded vessel? Likewise with engineering, is the equipment going to work in this specific location? So there's some upfront work even in the pre-sales that we got to collaborate with the welders, the engineers, even to our shipping department. Can we fit this size of vessel on one truck and get it out our bay doors? So everything from pre-sales even through the design phase. So once we're in the design phase, we're still coordinating with the engineers, fine-tuning the design, making sure everything is going to form and function well once it's on site and installed.
Sure. I mean, heavy into the custom fabrication and manufacture of these vessels. I mean, can you give me a little bit of the history about the company and the line of products that you manufacture?
Yeah, so the company was started in 1996. Family-owned. Tom and Stephanie Bennett opened the company there. It's kind of a funny story how it started. They were dating, and Stephanie was looking for a bathtub, and she couldn't find one that she liked, that fit, was comfortable for her. And Tom, being a welder by trade, said, "Oh, I'll make you a custom stainless steel bathtub." So Stephanie designed her own bathtub. They built it together, and then they had the idea, oh, let's make a company, right? Let's start a company 50-50 while they were dating. So they started the company there in 96. A couple of years later, they got married, and they started with kitchen and baths. So, they made bathtubs and sinks. And then a couple of years, they got married, and then that's when they implemented the spa line. So then we started making spas out of stainless steel. And then kind of they brought the copper line into diamond spas about a year after that. So then we started offering copper spas. And then that just kind of naturally grew into pools, swim spas. We do cold plunges, plunge pools, really anything that holds water features. We can incorporate infinity edges, acrylic windows into our vessels as well.
I've seen that you guys have some fantastic projects that you've worked on over the years. It looks like you've collaborated with a lot of high-end elite builders and architects. I mean, can you speak to me about the markets that you serve, trade professionals that you collaborate with?
Yeah, we're absolutely involved in some of the premier builds around the country, just kind of due to the high quality of our product there. Yeah, we can work directly with the homeowner, the client themselves, or if the project's a little more complex, more on-site work, on-site finishes getting done, if it's a new build or a high-end remodel, then typically the client will bring in their contractor, their architect, their landscape architect, so we can all get on the same page, have a few meetings, come up with a good design for that project. Yeah, we've done projects all over the world, East Coast, West Coast, Alaska, British Virgin Islands. We even have many spas over in the UK, Israel. We even put a few spas on yachts. So we've worked even with a few naval architects to come up with some yacht spa designs itself.
A large percentage of your projects that really hit the media are commercial clients, and those are the ones that tend to get the most visibility. Can you tell us a little bit more about the commercial clients that you work with?
Yeah, some of the more recent projects, we've done projects up in the Yellowstone Club, Big Sky, Montana, kind of their Rainbow Lodge there, done a couple spas and a big pool for them. Another good project there was Post Brothers out in Philadelphia. At their Atlantic residence there. It's a luxury apartment complex, did a nice large rooftop pool for them there. Likewise, with Woodward Lofts out of St. Louis, was involved in that project there. And then a lot of wellness facilities, spa facilities are getting pretty popular, implementing, the hot, cold therapies. One that comes to mind there is Knot Springs out there in Portland. We're involved in that project there as well.
Now, that combination of hot and cold, is that something that's becoming more prevalent in the residential sector as well?
I would say so. Yep, a lot of the new builds, the higher end new builds are implementing a sauna, spa, and cold plunge, whether that's in kind of their gym area or even in their master bathroom suite. So yeah, a lot of indoor spas, cold plunges for both commercial and residential use.
Some of the projects that I've seen are like really elaborate rooftop projects, the ones that are like the biggest eye candy. I think those are the ones that Diamond Spas is most well known for. I mean, what are some of the engineering challenges and some of the design challenges that come up with designing spas for a rooftop application?
Yep, the biggest thing there is weight, right? The overall weight of the vessel itself, and that's kind of where our stainless steel shell nature is definitely a pro in regards to versus your typical in-ground concrete gunite pool. Because when you're dealing with rooftop installations, weight is definitely a factor, and you're able to get a larger water surface area by using a lighter weight shell, stainless steel shell vessel, as opposed to a heavier gunite concrete vessel itself. So they're allowed, larger body of water, more features, more capacity than they would with your typical concrete gunite rooftop pool installation there. Another pro of our process is we build everything at our facility here, so we can be working in parallel with the on-site construction, not delaying any on-site construction while the pool is getting fabricated at our facility. That's another large benefit with going with an off-site build pool and then crane it up right into position there on-site on the rooftop there.
So it sounds like
Okay.
you've worked on a lot of technically challenging projects over the years. I mean, can you give me a little bit of backstory about some of the clients that you've had an opportunity to work with?
Yeah, absolutely. So working on current project right now up in Sandpoint, Idaho, high-end condo building there, new build. So one of the kind of complexities there was this was kind of an afterthought, right? It's a rooftop combination pool and spa. They already had set design parameters as far as foundational slab that it could go on. So we were kind of given those parameters, but they wanted to expand on that. So we kind of had to find a new way to do our framing on this project to work with their current on-site rooftop conditions there. There was a complexity as far as point loading on top of their existing structure there, and to get the size of vessel that they were wanting to accomplish there for their luxury condo units there in Sandpoint, Idaho.
When is that project slated to be finished?
That's getting ready. It's in fabrication right now. It should be finished up within about a month, shipped out, and then a couple weeks there for install. So it should be ready for the summertime for them. And then I believe the condo building itself will probably be getting residents in there sometime early next year.
Cool. Let's switch gears a little bit. Some of the challenges manufacturers faced over the past couple of years. I mean, I'm sure that Diamond Spas has seen the same things as far as getting your hands on raw material, logistics, labor shortages. I mean, what kind of challenges are you guys facing in your day-to-day operations, just keeping the doors open and running during the pandemic while this demand has been unprecedented?
Yep, it's definitely been a change in how the world works, right? We ran into a lot of the same issues as every manufacturer, kind of steel shortages, steel costs, and then the other big one is equipment, right? We fabricate all the stainless steel shells, the copper shells, the framing, but we still buy out third-party equipment to implement to run the pumps, filters, heaters, UV systems. We were pretty lucky. We were considered, an essential business, so we were completely open through COVID. We had to make some internal, office adjustments. Some of us worked from home, while some of us worked at the office because, due to the custom manufacturing, the welders can't work from home, right? So we needed some people in the office as well as the welders, so that coordination could still take place, for the projects. We were very fortunate. We were not delaying any shipments. We had to, take a pump from here, move it over here, to hopefully get the new stock in. We had to move some things around to make it work, but we're pretty proactive. Our Tom and Stephanie are pretty good about. We ordered large amounts of steel in, large amounts of copper in before those shortages even hit. So we had a good stockpile of steel and copper ready to go. I would say the only thing that we did have to kind of change up is the copper shortages were kind of hitting us hard. So, we do have some standard spas that we used to offer in copper, but we don't now just due to the material shortages on copper. So we're saving all of our copper that we get in for our custom projects as opposed to our standard model spas.
Sure. I mean, what are lead times right now for you guys?
So lead times on our custom projects are about 8 months right now in duration. So that includes the design phase and then fabrication itself. So generally, the design phase, that's where we do a full set of shop drawings for you, 3D models, any renderings that you may want. That generally takes 3 to 4 months to complete. And then once you approve the design, then it's 4 months for fabrication. So that kind of gets you your 8-month total project time until your project ships out.
Well, you're a sales and design guy, Mitch. I mean, what was your process like during this whole thing? Did you go virtual? I mean, I can imagine it'd be a little rough for you, having to meet with the client over like a Zoom like we're doing right now.
Yep, definitely. We got the Microsoft Teams set up pretty quick there to facilitate inter office communications and communications with all the contractors, architects, landscape architects. It's been a blessing in disguise. It's a good. We didn't have any video conferencing before COVID, so that kind of made us realize, hey, we need video conferencing pretty quick so we can collaborate, with anyone at any time, share screens, share designs, concepts, just a quicker way of communicating in more precise way so nothing gets missed, no details get missed there.
Yeah, but traditionally you're out there, you're chopping it up, you're talking to the customers and stuff like that. I mean, obviously, as a sales and design guy, you probably missed some of that interaction that you got before the pandemic closed off all the walls for everybody.
Absolutely. It's always the best experience, I think, for everyone if, the clients or at least the architects or landscape architects can take a trip out, see our facilities, see our products in real person, get the feel for the quality, the size, and the scale, that we can do, and all their options, all the customizable options that we can provide for you gives them a good feel for it. Nothing really takes the place with an in-person meeting, but video conferencing, instead of flying out to a site, that we'll just do it. They're already on site, so they'll do a video conference, and we'll have the meeting that way, go over the lay of the land, the site conditions there. So it is a little bit different way of doing business there, but can still facilitate and form a successful project.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, one thing that I know, happened over the last couple of years is the demand for acrylic seems to be just going through the roof. I mean, talk to me about what Diamond Spas is doing on that front.
Yeah, so acrylic is becoming a kind of the new fad, right? It's a new way of kind of showing off or showcasing kind of the vessel, the spa that you got at your residence there. Whether if it's a high rise and a bottom acrylic viewing window, or maybe it's just a side viewing window at night with lights to get kind of the aesthetics that you're going for. They're just looking for a different way to kind of spice up the design, give it some uniqueness and just a different way of enjoyment out of kind of your showpiece there in your backyard. Like I mentioned, we can do bottom viewing, side views, corner acrylics, infinity edges in acrylic. Really the sky's the limit. And we've kind of came up with our own proprietary way of mechanically fastening these acrylic windows so we can install them at our facility on site, so no extra install is needed once the vessel is set and installed. Kind of gives peace of mind to the customer that it's leak proof, it's done right, and then it's easy for us to check on site. Couple of large projects that we've done with acrylic would be the guest house there, the Dream Hotel in New York. Definitely an extensive design phase, coordination with their team as far as the bottom viewing acrylic, and then all of the surrounding finishes, that they did around the spa, spiral staircase, acrylic window on the top, then with the wood surround there. So yeah, that was definitely a unique project at one of their guest house, penthouse there at the Dream Hotel.
Yeah, that was a great project. I love the way builders are using acrylic nowadays. I mean, it really shows forward thinking in terms of design, and using those kind of elements adds excitement into the outdoor area that I'm sure is going to take off in years to come.
Absolutely. Yep. Each project, it presents its own challenges there, and kind of its own way of viewing, right? Just a different way of enjoying your spa, your pool, your water feature. Kind of gives you insight into the water, and then at nighttime can be another great feature. With the lighting, interior of your pool and exterior of your pool really shines through that acrylic and kind of brings out kind of the finish of the stainless steel or copper. It really reflects nice off that and gives you some good view lines into your showpiece there.
The combination of the two, the see-through aspect of it in coordination with some of the other refined elements in the backyard, I mean, it just adds a whole new level of sophistication that I think you're going to see in more commercial projects over the next couple of years. I mean, people are just dying to add like some of these see-through elements where you could see people swimming from below into their project plans. And I love to see these kinds of elements brought into the master plan of how that works into the whole pool and outdoor living environment.
Yeah, because it's not just typically it's not just the spa or pool in the backyard, right? You have seating areas, you have your view lines, you have fire pits. Another large project that we incorporated a lot of acrylic in was Forest Road here in Vail, Colorado. We did a large 85-foot long pool and spa with 4 large acrylic viewing windows in it. So one acrylic window was separating the spa from the pool. There was 2 bottoms. It was an elevated install on a beam structure. So we had 2 large bottom viewing acrylic windows that directly below that was their seating area on their patio with their fire pit. So they literally could be sitting down in their fire pit, looking up through their acrylic window, through the water, and see the sky.
Wow.
All the way from their floor. So it kind of just opens, in a case like that, just opens up the viewing area and kind of the aesthetics of the entire surrounding patio of the residence there. And then at the far end of that, we had a big 10-foot wide piece of acrylic there that opened up top wise that you could see in the full length of the pool. So just an amazing design and build there. Coordination had to haul that one up in 3 different sections just due to the curvy mountain roads up there in Vail. So there was some coordination there with the crane companies and the builders, getting those sections sized appropriately and then set appropriately on their structural beams there.
Sure. I mean, who are some of the companies that you guys collaborate with out there? I mean, is it Reynolds that you guys collaborate with?
Yes, for our acrylic, Reynolds would be our main supplier there.
I saw one great project that they did, Sky Pool. Were you guys following
we
that
did.
project?
That's over in No, we weren't. That one's in London, right?
Yeah, that was a great one.
The London Sky Pool. Yeah, they manufactured all that acrylic here in Colorado. Reynolds has a large facility in Grand Junction, Colorado. Yeah, that was a crazy project there. Yep. They're great to work with. Offer a lot of different sizing of acrylic. They can even do obviously custom. Have a couple projects right now that they're wanting some curved pieces of acrylic incorporated into the design. So I would say that's kind of another benefit of us. Is we don't have to build in boxes, right? We can build around organic shape, elliptical shapes to kind of conform to the lay of the land there on your residence.
Fantastic. Well, I mean, I really appreciate you getting together with us today, Mitch, talking shop with us about what you do and what Diamond Spas does best.
No, I appreciate it, Joe. I appreciate the invite.
Complement your healthy lifestyle and add value to your home with the addition of a steam bath or sauna. This episode of Pool Magazine Podcast is proudly sponsored by Steam Sauna Bath, America's leader in experiential bathing for over 50 years and your single source for all your steam shower and sauna needs. Get the best prices on the industry's leading products, locate a qualified installer, or get technical assistance. Go to steamsaunabath.com for more information.